Okay, guys, I am here to give you my another SpongeBob review, as always. That's what I come on this channel for, anyways, right? I've done I've made other videos, but that's the main thing with SpongeBob, right? So let's get to it. This episode was I think it was. I'm gonna count it right this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I lost count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is episode 17 of SpongeBob. This one is called Squeaky Boots, and it was made on September 4th, 1999. This episode was a little weird. You know what? Let me tell you something. This was weird because it all didn't make sense, kind of, in a way. So it starts off. You actually get to see Mr. Krabs' house, I think, for the first time. It's like an anchor, a big anchor. I can't really describe it because if you've never seen an anchor before, you're fucked. But yeah, that's exactly what it was. Get this up there so you guys can see me better. Yeah, but it was made out of an anchor. His house is an anchor, and he's singing his birthday song to Pearl. Now this is the first time you see Pearl, and Pearl is Mr. Krabs' daughter, but she's a whale. A whale. And makes you think, huh? That means I would always wonder how a crab and a crab makes a whale. I would always wonder that. But what I'm thinking, well, actually, this is actually kind of, once you become older, you're going to understand this. But you know what? For all you younger fans out there, it's time for you to find out. Because you know what? You're going to be told about this stuff eventually, and I'm the one that needs to tell you about it. Mr. Krabs probably raped another whale. I'm not going to explain what rape is, though. So you can ask your parents about that, then I can get sued or something. But yeah, he raped another whale, and somehow he got custody of Pearl, which I don't know why, since he raped another whale. But that's the best way I can describe it. Unless there was a person in there that was half crab, half whale. They actually should make an episode about that. But yeah, that's my thoughts right there. So then we get on to it. It's time. So it's present time, and Pearl was just hoping that Mr. Krabs got her those flipper slippers because all her friends have them, and she wants to have them too because they're like the next big thing. But he didn't. He got her squeaky boots. They're like the finest fishing boots bought, and she paid her, and she got them for a bargain. Pearl starts to cry. He doesn't want them. Mr. Krabs, though, spent $2 whole on them because we find out when he's at the Krusty Krab that's how much he spent on them. But yeah, that's how much he spent on. Yep, that's how much he spent on him. $2 whole. Guess that's, well, $1 is probably just a bargain in Mr. Krabs' world because Mr. Krabs is fucking cheap. He's a fucking cheapskate. He wants to have all his money. So Mr. Krabs figures out what to do. But here's what he could have done. This is kind of what makes the episode a little bit stupid. He could have just had a refund, unless he already opened them, which was probably his first mistake. He should have just either sold them. He could have sold them for more money. He could have sold them for anything, but nope. So he just decides to be an idiot. He could have gotten his money back, or even more money if he wanted to. So then SpongeBob comes in and wants his paycheck. So then he has an idea to give him to SpongeBob. So then he's trying to persuade him into buying them. He says, like, sit down, please have a seat, but not on these ordinary boots. Not on these fabulous boots. So and then he's like trying to talk to him, and SpongeBob can't see him because the boots are in the way. He's like, boots, and he tells him that the boots never leave his sight. And he says that these boots were given. He lies and says that these boots were given to me by a famous fry cook. But Mr. Krabs can't think of a name, so he says his name's not important, but he was famous, alright. Wouldn't his name be important if he was famous, though? Because if he's famous, you should know his name. Wouldn't he be well known? But then SpongeBob's ready for those boots. He wants those boots. Mr. Krabs won't let him because the boots are much too valuable. So then SpongeBob offers to give Mr. Krabs his Krusty Krab paycheck, paint the Krusty Krab for free. Something about the oil, about the fries, and then Mr. Krabs lets him accepts his deal, saying that because SpongeBob's gonna give him a heart attack. So then Squidward's like wiping washing like a cup off, and I guess and it's glass, so it squeaks. So I guess he thinks it's like the glass, but it's actually the boots that squeak. So I think that was the problem with these boots. But Squidward says that this squeak is gonna drive everybody crazy. But Mr. Krabs is like, nope, that money is money to my ears, and I mean music. This next part is actually pretty funny. Mr. Krabs is back at his house in the anchor, and his bed. You actually get to see his bed for the first time. I don't know if you've seen. Have we seen Squidward yet? No, we haven't seen Squidward yet. We haven't seen Patrick's. Actually, you've seen Patrick. He doesn't really have a bed. I don't think you've seen Squidward's bed, though. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, you've seen it in Home Sweet Pineapple. You've seen Squidward's bed. But, yeah, Mr. Krabs' bed's a hammock and a pillow. No blankets, just a hammock and a pillow. And he wears I think he wears, like, a nightgown for, pajamas. And, Mr. Krabs is, sleeping. He's counting, instead of people count sheep to sleep, he counts money to sleep. Kind of like counting sheep. So he's counting his money, and every time he counts his money, he has, like, the squeaking noise. And it's the squeaky boots that pop up, but really, it's the window from the wind. So then, he has to close the window, but one of his feet get caught in his foot gets caught in one of the holes, and he falls out the window, and his foot breaks. So then he has to come back up, and he closes the window, and the window keeps opening. He can't get it to close. One time it actually closed itself when he opened, and he went, ah, and then the window just closed, and he's like, yep. But then he goes to go back to his bed, also known as hammock. Then he falls into another hole, breaks, and he twists around in his bed, and the window just opens freely after that. Then Mr. Krabs is headed to the Krusty Krab, says that he will have some peace and quiet at work. Squidward says he's going to take his vacation because he can't take SpongeBob anymore, so we won't see Squidward for a week. So Mr. Krabs doesn't understand what the problem is because he's making him a fortune, but it's those boots. And then he asked SpongeBob to ask him all these questions. Could the greatest spy cook do this and this? One of them was he actually made the boots talk by saying, "May I take your order?" And and then he would say, "Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure squeaking you," or something. So then it's just so many things. Mr. Krabs just can't take it anymore. Runs to his office, tries to block the sound with pillows and his chairs in his office, but then he realizes that the boots have to go and he needs an aspirin. So then SpongeBob's back at his house. He says that the boots have changed his life, but Gary has to put earplugs in his ears because he doesn't even like them. So then he says that he's never going to take them off. But then Mr. Krabs is up on the diving board. He climbs down. And as SpongeBob's throwing the boots squeak and do his snore. But Mr. Krabs takes the boots off. He goes into the Krusty Krab and he hammers him somewhere. I'm going to tell you where he does in a second. Then the next day he's sniffing his money, his nice and quiet money. Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob comes in and is upset that he lost his boots. He's let Mr. Krabs down. He tells him that Mr. Krabs is like it's not the end of the world. And then he goes, "Yes, it is." So then Mr. Krabs tries to give him some special oven mitts. So he puts them on and he goes, "They're not the same." So then SpongeBob realizes that he was right. He wasn't ready for those boots. Mr. Krabs is like, "Poor lad." So then a customer comes and he's ready to order. Mr. Krabs is about to take his order, and we hear, "I'd like to order squeak, squeak." And then he says, "What?" And we hear like these squeaking noises. SpongeBob's making squeaking noises. That customer's making squeaking noises. The clock, it says squeak on it, and when the clock ticks, it squeaks instead. The menu says squeaks, and he says, "Well, I didn't write that." What else says squeak? There's other things that, oh, I think it's, that's about it, but, he wasn't, you have to understand, it was like in his mind that they were squeaking, he heard them, but it didn't happen. So then the whole guild comes up and he's like, "Stop it, stop it, you guys were right, I took the boots, they're here, under the floorboards, just stop it, I can't take this squeaking anymore." So then he grabs the boots, puts them in like a souffle or something, like a pot, and he like melts the boots to like small and eats them. Then SpongeBob's like, "Why did you eat my boots?" I asked the same thing, but Mr. Krabs is like, "It's not about the boots, it's the person in the boots. You're a great fry cook, SpongeBob," and he gives him his paycheck that he owes him, plus a bonus that he minuses the bonus. He needs a vacation, and him and Pearl are driving out of Bikini Bottom for 1 week. Then Pearl, Mr. Krabs, I guess, did get her the slippers. Then he hiccups, and then we hear squeaking, and the squeaking of the hiccups are coming out. So yeah, that's it for the episode. That's all there really was. It wasn't bad, but it was illogical. Like, there was so many, he could have done, this episode didn't really need to happen. It was just kind of thrown out there. It didn't need to happen, though. Like, it was just a different way he could have done that. And the guilt. And when he actually did have the guilt, the like colors were changing, so yeah. That's my thoughts right there. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. First, you gotta subscribe to the channel if you haven't, like the videos, comment on the videos, add them to your favorites, add me as a friend on Facebook so I can invite you to like own the Talkinator on Facebook, which is this channel. And then you can also follow me on Twitter. You can also subscribe to Wrestling Fortune 44. Like those videos. Comment on those videos. Favorite those videos. When you add me as a friend on Facebook, I will invite you to like that page on Facebook. Then you can subscribe to CM Brothers. Like it. Favorite it. The videos I'm talking about. The comment on those videos. Why am I doing this? By the way, oh, and you can also add Adam as a friend on Facebook, so both me and him can invite you to like that page on Facebook. I'm gonna leave.